right, we're diving in head first. It's 48 degrees right now. And well, I'll call it mostly sunny. Roger Hill is saying tomorrow's going to be the pick of the week. It is going to be just beautiful. Temperatures well into the 50s and even into the 60s over the next couple of days. It's going to be just stellar. Very good morning. Fly on the Wall Productions bringing you Aired Out this morning on Facebook and YouTube, where we're live and stream everywhere you get your podcasts, on the web at airedoutvt.com. Delicate Decadence, our Wednesday morning presenting sponsor. We have a big night over there where they're cooking up the food, Raylene. And I know that you're following diligently what's happening over there at Delicate.
Well, and it's also the Wednesday take-home meal.
Yeah.
Which is the, how do you say it, schnitzel.
Yeah, no, you got it right.
The German schnitzel. And it is incredible. So I had that a couple of times last year. Absolutely to die for.
Yeah.
So if you didn't order yet, you better order quick, like this morning. And you can do that by calling Delicate Decadence at 802-479-7948.
Again, 479-7948. I mean, you can also, email something over if you're...
Well, I would call or stop in today.
Okay.
Orders ahead of time, yes. But for today, call because you're going to need to call very soon, probably by noon, to make sure that your order gets in there. Yeah,
they do a Wednesday night meal every Wednesday night, and they make it easy for you. It's hump day. It's the middle of the week. We're tired. We got a lot going on. The last thing we want to be doing and thinking about is cooking food. Some of us, when we get home, we're just pooped.
Exactly. Nobody wants to cook on a Wednesday, right? I don't
cook ever. I just want to eat. But let Tim do all the cooking.
So, because I don't, tonight I'm having English muffins.
Oh, nice.
It is also Wing-a-Ding at the VFW on Post 790 right here on Route 302. So you can go and have some great chicken wings and listen to the lovely Donna Thunder, sing along, do all those great things.
Yeah.
It's a good time over there.
Again, if you're just joining us, a few peaks of early sunshine, but we will have some clouds today, says Roger Hill, on this Wednesday, the 25th day now of October. Highs around 65. We got some clouds tonight, clearing late through the overnight. That'll bring us down into the low to mid 40s tonight. But the pick of the week is tomorrow and Thursday. After that valley fog burns off, we'll have a mostly sunny day. Temperatures tomorrow, upper 60s. Enjoy it while you can. Get outside. Driving in this morning, seeing that beautiful white blanket of fog resting on top of the Granite City. It was just so beautiful. It's like literally, it seems like it's like a couple hundred yards from where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And then you have the comfort of the wood smoke smell in the air from everybody's wood stoves.
Changing leaves.
Going and
all the mold underneath those leaves that's making you stuffed up and making you hack and cough and look like shit. You
gotta love it.
You gotta love this time of year. You just have to. Gosh, we have some colder weather coming too. Roger Hill is saying sometime around like November 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, we could see some snowflakage making its way to the valley floors. I know that Mansfield has had snow. Obviously, Mount Washington has had snow, but this is kind of the beginning of winter, and a perfect time to get your snow tires on. And if you're wanting to get your snow tires at a place that requires an appointment, you should pick up the phone today and get on the books, because they're booking
absolutely
up. They're busy. Their phones are ringing. And as soon as that first snowflake falls, that's when everybody freaks out.
Right.
So get a jump on it. Get your snow tires on. Make plans to do that.
I'm going to get mine out this weekend.
Yep. Well, that's a start. And this weekend, of course, Wheels for Warmth. We had Dick Wabi in here yesterday talking about that a whole hell of a lot. So there's your opportunity to get your snow tires. And we know that Vermont Quick Lube does tires too.
Yes, and it is Ladies' Day today over at Vermont Quick Lube. So you can't get you could get your tires on, but what is included in the Ladies' Day is you can go over there and get all lubed up by the boys.
Sure.
I'm just telling you now. It's quite the experience. You can go over to Vermont Quick Lube today, get all lubed up. They're going to give you a flower, a smile.
Yeah.
Then they're going to put you through the car wash.
Get you all cleaned up afterwards.
And the flower and the car wash is complimentary just because of everything you do.
Yeah.
Being a lady.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, come on.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes. We love them over there.
Yes, we do.
You know, those boys are pretty special to me.
Yes, they are.
Yes. And they kind of spoil me rotten.
Yes.
But
they do.
You know.
In just about 20 minutes, we're going to be checking in with Tracy Haynes from Giroux General Transport. We're going to have her on the line with us, talking about the November 6th classes that are starting up. We've got our community calendar coming up in just a little bit as well. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff. And, I mean, it's like when we get off the air, both of us are just kind of like, oh, my God, Raylene, did you hear about this? Yeah, JD, did you hear about that?
And most often, Raylene says, yes, I did.
Yes,
like
this is true.
20 hours ago.
This is true. Hey, you were at a council meeting last night, Barre City Council. Tell me.
Yeah, so it was pretty amazing. Governor Scott was there.
Yep.
The Chief Recovery Officer, Doug Farnham, was there.
Yep.
Along with a few others. And Black River was there. And they kind of brought forward to the, they brought forward to the council a concept, which is merely an idea. It's not anything set in stone. It's just a place to start a conversation and say, here's some ideas. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
Without ideas, sometimes you can't generate much thought.
Very true.
Because everybody's going, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Very true.
So they gave a starting point, and the governor was very specific, and when he said, you know, we're here, the federal government is willing to help. There's some money on the table, but we got to act fast. This is first come, first serve. You know, born here, raised here, love Barre, and this is where my heart is, and I really want to help Barre.
Yep.
And which is awesome.
Of course.
And it was amazing to have him there in chambers like that.
Sure.
To be here and know that he cares enough to push to make that happen. But if we don't work quick and start, you know, getting these ideas out to the public and getting conversation going, we may lose the chance.
Sure.
And they'll move on to another community that was also hit hard that also needs help.
Yep.
So
this is our opportunity.
I mean, so Governor Scott didn't say it, but Raylene will, because that's just the way she is.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
Shit or get off the pot.
Right.
And that, plain and simple.
I think
period.
he had a very eloquent way of saying that last night.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
And, you know, and I'm not always so good. I'm not so good about that. But that's where we're at with it, though. And that's the brass tacks of it.
Hey, Barre, shut or get off the pot.
Yeah. You know, members of council, members of the planning commission and the DRB and all of those, we all have to get on the same page of recovery mode.
Sure.
And thought and conversation.
Yeah.
And then the community, most importantly, the community. This is where you are going to live, your grandkids are going to live.
Right.
This is the vision forward for the North End and other areas in the city that were affected.
Yeah.
So, great meeting. If you weren't in attendance, you'll be able to watch that. I believe by noon today on CVTV,
Okay.
because they're always there. And then Michael, more than likely, Michael Booten will post it as well. He usually does
he does a great job.
Make sure that it gets put out there. So, watch and make sure that you're a part of the conversation.
Absolutely. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff.
It was great stuff.
Tom's not going to be with us this morning. We try to get him in here on Wednesdays, but he is not going to be able to make it this morning. But both you and Tom and Michael, between the three of you, were, thanks to you three, we're really able to bring what's happening with local politics, which generally I stay away from. You know that with Aired Out, but to bring a taste of that into the airwaves here, because it's impossible to avoid this, and we don't have to.
You avoid it, and I stay asshole deep in the shit house.
Asshole deep in the shit house is so. Yeah. I like that. Can I write that down? Because I want to use that at some point during my day today. But here's the thing. We like to here on Aired Out. We'd like to just give you the real basics of what's going on in layman's terms, what's happening politically, and not dive too deep into the nuts and bolts of it, which happens on Mondays with Barry Beat. That's what you guys do. So
yeah.
Today is National Greasy Foods Day. Today, I love.
What a perfect day to have wing-a-ding at the VFW.
I know. Greasy foods are very difficult to steer clear of. I mean, there's just so many. Do you have a favorite? Wontons, fried wontons, egg rolls, French fries, of course. Onion rings I have a weakness for. I just can't avoid them. Chicken wings, the list goes on. Enjoy your greasy foods today. Birthdays, Raylene. We have, we have Haley Chapman, John Shangra, Justin Pecor. We have Kelly Godin Foster, Jay Craven, the filmmaker, amazing guy, Paul Ray Arena, and Penny Chase.
And Denise Ruthier.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, she's not on my list here. That's great. That's fantastic.
Denise Ruthier. Happy birthday, Denise.
Wonderful. Again, Tracy Haynes is going to be with us in just a little bit. Let's run down some of what's happening in Vermont news. I know that Raylene's been watching a little bit. We have a $3.5 million grant to different businesses for treating wastewater. That story in Digger, which you can read about right on our page. We've got the link right up there. Raylene saw that one this morning. What else do we have?
You're almost there. There's a lot of stuff today.
This one right here. Go ahead.
Well, you have it up. I don't. But
police trying to find leads for the murder of a Vermont Guard member. And this they have been rather quiet about this. Yes. So this was the one in Wheelock last week that we were talking about. Gunnar Watson, and this was kind of weird. It was like it was a. Was it? I think
he
it was
getting ready for work.
Yeah, and he was leaving his house, right?
I believe he was right in his mudroom. So, yeah, a lot of questions surrounding that, and not good.
No, there's something going on. Something going on.
And then we have a Claremont race team. Local race car drivers are waving the checkered flag after raising thousands of dollars for the Vermont Food Bank.
Yes.
The drivers who race for McGee Family Racing Team handed over a check Tuesday for $25,000 at McGee Toyota in Claremont.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
I love it. I love to hear stuff like that.
We're lucky.
We have flu and COVID-19 vaccine clinics that are popping up.
Yes, and they're free.
Yes, they're free. I heard about it yesterday for the first time, and here it is. Waterbury Ambulance Service announcing they're going to do this, and they did that last year.
Yes.
So
yes,
that you posted up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You can read about that, which of course is also in the Times-Argus.
In the FEMA Disaster Center at Alumni Hall.
Yes,
it's going to be closing for a few days, so they will be closed starting tomorrow through the weekend.
Yes,
and then they'll reopen Monday, Tuesday, and then that is it.
Yeah, so
they
there's
are
1 week
done.
left.
The 31st.
Okay.
They are done Tuesday the 31st. That is the final day, period.
Yeah,
and my guess is there are not going to be any more extensions to this. If you have not applied, you need to.
Gosh, I mean, how could you have not heard about this?
Well, it's not that people haven't heard about it. It's that people don't believe that they have damage or that they, they're in a situation where they need to get the help. But you should report all damage because you never know. What if 6 months from now your basement or something becomes compromised because of the damage already done?
Sure.
Apply now.
Yeah.
And save yourself a lot of, and plus if you get denied and you want to go through the appeals process, and so start all of that now.
Yep.
Before you can't.
Absolutely. All the information is right there in front of you. And listen, if you're already set with this, make sure that someone that you maybe that that may need some, just check with your neighbors and say, hey, especially if they're older, if they're disabled, and just make sure that they know that this is what's coming, and that once we hit the deadline, that's it. That's it. What else is there anything else in Vermont news headlines that's kind of trending this morning?
There's plenty in the news, of course. I just always go in, pick a few things, and I
posted last night this right here about this lost
Maisie.
puppy. Yeah, this is starting to bug me a little bit. Actually, a lot. That this dog that was we think taken at Riverside Speedway has still not been returned.
And they've even said
it's got a collar.
We'll give you the $10,000, even if you're the ones that took her. Just bring her back.
Is that
there's
what it
a
is
reward?
Now?
Yes.
Is it $10K?
Yes.
Clearly,
they want their baby.
They want their dog back. I mean, come on. Who would? I don't get it. How anybody would even think about doing something like that.
Me either.
I saw that you posted something up on the Veterans Day Parade coming up on the 11th of November.
Yes, and Ron Tallman will be in here next week to talk all about it. Okay.
That's good. We love Ron. Haven't seen him in a long time. What else? The winter warm-up. That's also November 11th. Coats, boots, hats, gloves, all that stuff. Connecting Hope is doing this again on the 11th at the Barry Elks Lodge, right here in the Granite City on Jefferson Street from 9 until noon. 9 till noon. And, kudos again.
Yes.
To Enough Ministries.
Yes. And then we have a special announcement from Yipes. You've been asking, and they've been listening. The Vermont Strong T-shirts are now available. Have one in my car, actually.
What?
Yes, I got one yesterday.
I told Val. I told Val to call me.
She's got one for you.
All right.
What? You've been so. All you need to do is call. Now you made me lose my train of thought. All you need to do is call 802-479-0055.
Yeah.
Or stop right in to Yipes right there on 441 North Main Street.
Sure.
Order up your hat. Order up your T-shirt. They do so much stuff. But there's your Vermont Strong stuff right there. Shirts are 20. Hats are 21. Give them a call. Yes. And we should say Haunted Grounds is right around the corner. We will be talking to Brian tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
Yes.
He will be with us. And so we'll be talking about that. And tons of stuff going on for Halloween. I mean, there are trunk or treats and pumpkin carvings and pumpkin walks and haunted houses and mazes and this, that, and the other thing. I have a whole host of them ready to post. I will make one big piling of them tomorrow. I'm not going to post them until then because I think it gets confusing with all of the other stuff.
Yep.
But I'll post them later tomorrow, and I will pin it to the top, and you can look through the entire list, figure out what you want to do with your family, and then I have been asked to please remind people that these trunk or treats and stuff are really great.
Right.
But there are a lot of older people who absolutely love seeing the kids.
Yes.
They can't get out. They're not going to fill their trunk and go downtown and that sort of stuff.
Very true.
And
good
so
point.
traditional trick-or-treating does still exist in the neighborhoods. And there are people that buy the candy and they wait for you.
Yep.
And then nobody comes, or they get one or two, and then they have all the candy and they're sad because they didn't get to see your cute little kids. Sure. So let's just try to remember that it does still exist, traditional Halloween and trick-or-treating and all of those fantastic things that we remember from when we were kids.
Fond memories.
Yeah.
And listen, if anybody, if anyone needs to do anything with all their leftover candy, you can give it to the J.D. Green Needs Candy Foundation.
Oh, God.
Which is a wonderful nonprofit. Can we jump into a little bit of national news here? This House Speaker saga continues. Representative Mike Johnson, the next speaker nominee, Tom Emmer, dropped out of the race, resigned just a couple of hours after he was selected as the third nominee. I mean, this is embarrassing at the absolute least. I mean, that's just like the go-to word that I can use this morning, but it is far beyond embarrassing what's happening with our government. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. We got lawmakers headed back to the floor today to vote. But this guy's got to secure 217 votes to win the gavel. I am seriously, Raylene, I'm not even joking. I'm thinking about throwing my hat in the ring here for Speaker of the House. Tell me why I shouldn't, Raylene.
You might as well. It's nothing but a big circus anyway.
It's a circus. Why shouldn't I jump in?
100% clean, straight up circus. Shit show circus.
Yeah.
You'd fit right in.
Glenn and Linda and Chris, Patty, they'll all give me their vote. Why not? Why shouldn't Give me one reason why I shouldn't be Speaker of the House right now. I dare you. Give me one reason. Can you? Of course you can't.
Go for it, JD.
What else we have going on? We got this Hurricane Otis.
Mm-hmm.
Acapulco, Mexico, Category 4 storm, flooding, and just a nightmare there for the southern coast of Mexico. 8 to 16 inches of rain. 8 to 16 in parts of the region. So that's a big trending story. We have Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton suing the Biden administration for allegedly cutting razor wire at the U.S.-Mexico border. Federal agents involved with that one. That's a big story that's trending right now. We have dozens of states suing Instagram parent Meta. Was it yesterday, right? Yes. Of accusing this social media giant of harming young users' mental health through allegedly addictive features. I don't know what you say about this, Raylene, but I say it's about goddamn time. Because the stuff that I see on Instagram, don't even get me started on TikTok. Don't even go there.
The trouble with
disgusting.
Yes, but the trouble with both is that they both have some really great things, and then they both have some pretty horrible things. I see some amazing videos on TikTok. I've watched some really incredible things. I watched one yesterday that literally made me cry for 30 minutes. But yeah. It sucks because there are some things, like I say, some things are really great and some things are not. You got to find a medium.
These 10-year-olds, Lily just turned 9. I mean, these little kids who are seeing stuff on.
But why are they on it?
Where are the parents, man? It's like, do your goddamn job as a parent and monitor what your kids are looking at.
Because right now we live in a society where we blame everyone else. It's not. So, yes, it's on TikTok, but it's kind of like an X-rated movie that's on TV or at the theater. Are you going to let Lily go? No.
Right.
You have some weight in this game as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about it. Some people like that stuff and enjoy it, and you can watch it or not.
I'll admit, Chuck sends me some TikTok videos every now and then that I'll get a pretty good chuckle from. But I don't want my kids.
Right, and so it's up to you to make sure that doesn't happen.
Right. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's try Tracy Haynes right now from Giroux. Giroux General Transport, which is right here in the Granite City, and has been a sponsor of ours for
almost 2 years.
I was going to say I've lost track.
It's
been a long
years.
time. Bill and Tracy Haynes, some of the busiest people that we know, enormously successful, and they are running a business that the demand has never been high for, which is getting people behind the wheels of commercial vehicles to make a living. And man, the tide is high. Tracy, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing? We know that you have, and we've been promoting the crap out of it, another series of classes that are coming up starting in a couple of weeks now? No, yeah. November 6th.
Yeah, about 2 weeks. Yeah, in about 2 weeks we'll have our next Class A and Class B CDL training start November 6th. They're held Monday through Friday from 4 to 9 p.m. A Class A is about 6 weeks long. A Class B is about 4 weeks long. They're extremely in need right now. We have people calling looking for plow truck drivers this time of year.
Yes.
And fuel delivery companies looking for drivers for the season. There's a lot of need out there right now for truckers.
Yeah. Fuel delivery, and that's Raylene, you and I have talked about that.
Yes, and people need to know too. I always beat the drum that, if you are working, well, we know that Cliff Fleury recently did it with you guys. He works for the city of Montpelier. He decided to see you guys, take a class, and that made him, be able to move further in the city. Now he can drive and he can do other things. And so you can advance. You don't necessarily have to get a new position, new job for a new company, but you can also advance.
Correct. So getting, if you have a job in a warehouse, or if you have a job even in like the FedEx building or the UPS building, and if you're in the warehouse and you're like, oh, I'm so sick of just being in the warehouse and looking at the same walls. Capital Candy, Hibbert McGee, they need people to drive truck as well. So getting your CDL can definitely promote a new position in your place of work.
And a lot of times they're willing to help you do that, the employers.
Yes, absolutely. Casella is also one of those places where they would totally pay for you to come and do the training because they need the drivers who are willing to be out there on the roads doing the weekly pickups. So there's lots of companies out there that are like, we'll pay for the training if you'll come to work for us.
Right.
There's a lot of places out there. I know right now the town of Washington is desperate for plow drivers. For the season. They have been advertising that they need drivers badly.
This is the time. I mean, if you're if you're, no matter who you are, male, female, doesn't matter. If you're in a career, a job, or whatever you're doing that you're not overly satisfied with, this is your opportunity to jump ship and transition into something that's going to be lucrative.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of our people who have decided to change positions and are people who are like office positions or warehouse positions, or we've even trained a couple of nurses who have decided that they want to get outside and do something different and do something more productive. They want to, be out and about and see the sunshine and see the fall foliage, and they want to do something different than just look at the same walls every day.
Right.
So, and it doesn't matter if you're female or male. It doesn't matter. We train females. Almost every one of our classes has at least one in it. I mean, it's mostly men, but there's a few women drivers out there, and they do just as well.
Absolutely.
There's a lot more funding out there also. If you are a woman in what they consider a man's profession, there is additional funding out there for you. Agency of Transportation has $1,500 grant for women to take this class.
Now, with just 2 weeks to go, if somebody is in need of financial assistance, is there still time to make that happen?
Absolutely. So there is grant funding out there. VSAC.org, VSAC.org. They have an advancement grant. The advancement grant will pay up to 75% of the course if you are income eligible. That's a huge chunk of change. So I always send everybody there first because that's like the largest grant for this type of training.
And you said Agency of Transportation can cut a check up to $1,500?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, So what that happens is if you're a woman or minority in the state of Vermont and you want to take the CDL training, they will pay up to $1,500 towards the training and grant money. They have grant money that they allot. And then Department of Labor as well has additional grant money out there that will cover but again, it's an income base. The Agency of Transportation is not income based. It is strictly across the board. If you are a woman or a minority in the state of Vermont and you want to take this training, absolutely apply for it. It's on automatic $1,500 towards the training. VSAC and Department of Labor are both income based. If you are income eligible for VSAC, you are most likely income eligible for Department of Labor's funding it.
So someone just calls you and says, "What do you have the paperwork, or can you give me a website link so I can get the ball rolling here?" You're the one that can navigate people through this.
Absolutely. I can give them contact information for all three locations. I can give them the website to apply. All they have to do is reach out and contact me, and I will definitely forward any information I have towards grant funding for this training.
Do you think, Tracy, go ahead, Raylene?
No, we have a person asking a question. Tina would like to know, what is the cost? So what is the cost of an A and then a B?
Okay, so the cost for a Class A CDL training is $6,900. The cost for a Class B training is $3,900. And if you have your B and you want to upgrade it to an A, the cost for an upgrade training is $4,900.
Okay. And then you also do some other smaller trainings that like the hazmat.
Hazmat theory we do once a month. Hazmat theory is what you need if you want to haul fuel oil or you want to get your hazmat endorsement on your CDL. We run what they call hazmat theory. It is mandatory by the federal government to have this training before you can get your endorsement on your license. So if you have your CDL and you said, I would like to go drive the fuel truck, I need my hazmat. Well, this training we hold once a month. It's $100 course. It's about 3 hours of training. And within 24 hours, your grades will be submitted into the system and DMV will be able to read them.
Nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
It's not a long-term training and it's not an expensive training, but the ELDT is mandated that everyone has this safety training before they get their hazmat endorsement so that they know that all of the ins and outs and everything is safe. And it was never required before last year, but it is now.
Right. And
so when you go down to apply for your hazmat, they're going to ask you for your grades.
And the $100 that you're paying out for that extra training, you're going to get that back in your first paycheck more than likely with that upgrade.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like you say, that's fairly inexpensive. And we know for all of the other trainings, whether it be the A, B, or an upgrade, that there is assistance and help out there. And to ask your employers if they have anything, if the towns or anybody that you work for, if they help for your advancement. A lot of times they do.
Yes. A lot of times it's all, how do I want to put this? Everything that the school offers you can find grant money for it. So if you want to get your hazmat and you're just like, well, I'm unemployed right now, or I don't have, the means to do this, definitely Department of Labor would help out with the cost of the hazmat theory training, the fingerprinting, and anything else that you need to get that endorsement done. So people who have sat idle on their CDL for a while, and we find this a lot. Well, I got my CDL a few years ago and I've held on to it, but I decided, I was doing this for work, or I was doing that for work, or I was working for myself, and now I've closed that business. They're like, okay, now I want to fall back on that training. They want either a refresher course, or they want to get an endorsement, or there's, other things that they want. They can definitely reach out to me and I will help that happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know that you and Bill are just, you guys are so passionate about what you do and trying to destroy any barriers that might be in the way of someone, be it financial or otherwise, to pursue this, including fitting into one's busy schedule and or life and work schedule, the opportunity to sit down and take these classes and get it done and help people pass this test academically, behind the wheel, the road test, whatever it may be, to get them moving.
We have worked with, in the past, we have worked with people who, recovering drug addicts who have now gotten clean and they want a new start in life. Yep. We've worked with people who have been convicted felons and again are like, we can't work in a regular environment where we have to be around crowds of people. It's just too stressful. We've worked with people who have PTSD from being over in the military and need the extra support to get their CDL so that they can be an independent person. We've worked with people with a lot of different learning disabilities. If they have something that's holding them back, they need to reach out, talk to me. If it's something we can work with, I would definitely encourage them and show them, who to contact and what to do. If it's somebody who is just, like, I can't do the reading part, or I can't do this part, or I can't do, think about talking to me. Yeah. Think about, okay, well, maybe they have something to offer, because there is ways of getting around a lot of the different barriers people are holding themselves back on. There's lots of things we can do to help people out.
Sure. Yeah. And the phone number's right there in front of you. It's 802-279-3325.
Still some seats left, but not a lot of time. So if you're going to do it now.
November 6th.
Get in there and get it done before, and especially now. Town, as we just heard, Tracy saying, the town of Washington desperately looking. I'm sure the state, cities, and towns all over Vermont are looking. Fuel oil deliveries as well. Absolutely. Give a call, get it done, get in there.
Plow drivers, fuel drivers, yeah, absolutely. Demand is high right now.
Huge need this time of year. Huge need. Before the snow flies, everybody's like, can we get them a CDL before the snow flies? Because we're going to need plow drivers. We're going to need fuel drivers. We need to get this going. So this is the time of year that there's a really high need for it.
Yeah. Tracy says, or Mary says, good morning, up from the campground this morning.
Yes, that's my mother-in-law. Good morning, Mom.
Tracy, thank you so much for hopping on with us this morning, and we're going to do everything that we can to fill up this November 6th class, at least making sure people know that it's available, and they've got to act now on it if they want to get in on it.
Absolutely. This is the time. Sign up. Call me.
Thanks, Tracy.
Have a great day.
We'll be in touch with you soon, and as always, we are watching their Facebook page to get up-to-the-minute information if things change. Sports Raylene, Arizona Diamondbacks headed to the World Series. Do you get excited about this? Do you watch any of the World Series? Do you get into that?
No. Of course not.
They defeated the Philadelphia Phillies in a thrilling Game 7 last night. So this will be the second time in franchise history that they're headed to the World Series. So, and of course tonight, 5:30. Lori Shepard is going to be talking about this on the Four Quarters podcast right here where you are now. It'll be on tonight. So make sure that you're following the page, you're subscribing to YouTube, and you'll get the notification when we're live tonight. She's also going to be talking about the fact that the NBA tipped off last night LeBron James and the Lakers fell short of the defending champ Nuggets 119-107. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors hosted the Phoenix Suns, and they lost by 4, 108-104. Pretty good, Raylene, huh? Come on.
I guess. Sure, if you say so, JD. You know what else? Well, no, you go ahead.
I just want to say one of the things that Shep is going to be talking about, because I'm going to make her talk about it, is that flag football is among the new sports that's being considered for the 2028 Olympic Games, along with baseball, softball, cricket, lacrosse, squash. I know that Michael Deering's excited about the flag football in the Olympics. I already know this, but
the ladies talked about it the other night.
Didn't she call a game last night, Shep? A flag football game last night? Night before? I think it was last night. All right, anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say in regards to the ladies, I mean, they are all over the place. They get so into it.
Yeah.
This bell right there.
I know.
Oh, like, holy crud.
It's my bell,
they
Raylene.
pound that thing right to death. It's hysterical to listen to them.
They're great.
They've got the football helmets going, the squirrels going, the big pages of paper that they're holding up. I mean, they just get right into it.
I know.
Even if you're like me and don't know a damn thing about what they're talking about, they're just so much fun to watch.
I'm not kidding. Truthfully, I have the Four Quarters podcast coming out of my phone while I'm in the kitchen, either washing the dishes or cooking. And actually, Raylene, I know how to do both. And when I do,
that's what you're listening to on Monday and Wednesdays?
I learn stuff from them. I love them.
Yeah. It's a great show to watch. I love them too. It's awesome. Do you know what today is?
It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. It is Ladies' Day at Vermont Quick Lube. It is the Wednesday night meal over at Delicate Decadence.
And it's Wellness Wednesday right there at 23 Summer Street with Washington County Mental Health. Yes. So today, if you have not already booked your appointment for Reiki, sound healing, or a massage, you better hurry up and do so.
Are you listening to this,
Not
folks?
sure if there are spots left. But if there aren't, you'll just have to, schedule for next time.
Wait a second.
The second and fourth Wednesday of every month is Wellness Wednesday.
Please say that again.
The second and fourth Wednesday of the month is Wellness Wednesday.
Summer Street.
23 Summer Street.
That's the Well Space building.
That is.
The big puzzle out in the front.
Yes. The gray building right across the street from Summer Street Auto. And not far from Jerry Sports Tavern, another sponsor of ours. Just saying. You could head on over there for a drink after your massage. Anyway. Why not? If you're all relaxed and chill, you might as well just do it up for the night, right?
My God.
So, anyways,
Gina
if you
Ruth
want
here right now is going.
What? She would agree. I know she would.
I know she would, but still.
So, Wellness Wednesday, 802-479-4005 will get you an appointment for the Reiki, sound healing, and massage. But they have all kinds of other things that they offer. And if you can go over, what is it? You've had the little seeds done.
Yeah, the acupuncture seeds.
Yeah, the acupuncture and mindfulness meditation and just all of that stuff.
Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah, and they have teas and little ginger candies that JD loves to steal. He used to come home with pocketfuls. Not home, back to the office. Crazy. But yeah.
And I took a whole pocket full of them when no one was looking.
Yeah, and then I told on you. Then I ratted you out. The ginger chews.
And then my pants got put in the wash and then the dryer.
Yeah, serves you right. Serves you right.
Oh,
but anyway,
God, it was horrible.
Wellness Wednesday, the park, it's all done on the second floor this
Right.
year because the ground floor was totally wiped out during the flood. So the parking, you can still park on the lower level where you always did or across the street. They do have parking in the upper level, which is if you're facing the building, there's a little street to the left of the building. You can drive, but it's a little bit steep. So they do ask if you can make that trek up that little hill to please use the lower parking and save the upper parking for people that cannot make that trek. But lucky to have this service. It's all free.
Yeah.
100% free to the community, all because of grants and funding and donations by partners and community members. And we're lucky to have Washington County and all that they do.
You can learn so much. Normally, to get any kind of service like this, it's not cheap. Mm-hmm. So take advantage of this.
And we're lucky to have Jerry's Sports Tavern right next door, too.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
What time does this all start? 4 o'clock, right?
Yes.
4 till 7.
Mm-hmm.
Tina's asking about a website.
Yes,
it's just Washington County Mental Health.
.org.
.org.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's actually WMH, right?
Yeah. Washington County.
WCMHS.org.
Now, if you were really old, you would say .org.
Yeah.
But you did. You said .org.
You can get all of their information right on Aired Out if you want, Tina, the booklet and everything. Or you can also go to Washington County Mental Health Services Facebook page, and they also post Wellness Wednesday.
And I'm telling you right now, Tina, you go over there, you're going to be like, my God, why haven't I been here the other times? You're going to get hooked on this stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
It's really
great. It's not going to last like a lot longer. They do it for like a month and a half, 2 months, and then they take a little break, and then they do it again.
Exactly.
And they don't do it in the summertime just because they hope that you're outside enjoying all kinds of great activities.
Absolutely. Let's give a shout out to one of our presenting sponsors, the Paramount Twin Cinema in Barrie. They're open 7 days a week. They've got matinees every Saturday and Sunday. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie. You can get your tickets easily right online at fgbtheaters.com for all of the showtimes running through November 5th. They also have 5 Nights at Freddy's, which is playing this week. Let's see. The Taylor Swift Eras movie is obviously playing. And
she hasn't made nearly enough money yet.
No.
Get your tickets.
I don't even know. I've lost track.
I
How much money?
Totally lost track as well.
Because she needs it. She needs the money.
I know, the poor girl.
Poor girl. Hocus Pocus is playing too. The original one from 30 years ago, that's playing in theaters. So, listen, if you love Hocus Pocus, who doesn't? Everyone does. Everyone loves Winnie. Go to the theater and see it. Even though you've seen the movie a million times, you have a chance to go see it in the big screen and eat some popcorn with Capit butter on it. Who's doing Capit butter on their popcorn, Raylene? You think the theaters in Burlington are doing that? No! But FGB is.
You're getting the, I can't believe it's not butter crap. Yeah. Probably.
Yes, it's
Probably.
It's butter flavoring that they do in Burlington. Here at the Paramount in the Granite City, Cabot butter. People,
Absolutely.
make this your week to catch a movie at the Paramount Theater in Barrie.
And hey, listen. So we talked about Halloween a little bit.
Yes, we did.
And we talked about the people that really will miss you if you're not trick-or-treating in the neighborhoods. So tomorrow, do yourself a favor at 6:30.
Yep.
And go to the drive-through pumpkin show up at Woodridge Nursing Home. 250 pumpkins. Dress those kids up.
Tomorrow?
Wave at the residence tomorrow night, 6:30 at Woodridge. 250 pumpkins. Drive through. Give a little toot. Give a little wave.
Yes.
They love to see
They
you.
love
And
that.
all of that was done for the community. And so check it out. They love to see you.
Is there a graphic that's made that we've shared?
Yes.
Okay. I missed it.
And there's I haven't put the graphic up yet.
All right.
No.
Okay.
I'm sharing it right now, but there is a graphic for us to put up. Yes, I have the graphics.
Okay.
And I will put them up and make sure that gets, talked about a lot in the next 24 hours because that'll be a really cool show. Did you go last year? They do a great job. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat.
I didn't go last year, but I've been in years past where you get to go inside.
Right.
And see all the pumpkins and everything.
We know that COVID
Right. Well, of
is
course.
active again. And
Of course.
so
the fact that they're still doing it, though, is
it's
fantastic.
absolutely awesome.
I love that.
Yes, we love it. And so go up there.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's Wednesday. Again, Ladies' Day at Vermont Quick Lube. The Delicate Decadence Wednesday night dinner is tonight. If you want to order that up, it's
Schnitzel 479-7948. And it's Wellness Wednesday.
It's Wellness Wednesday. There's a lot of stuff going on.
This is a big Wednesday.
Are we all good? Did we get everything covered?
I believe so. You said you were going to make an announcement though. So what is this?
That I'm going to run for Speaker of the House.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nobody wants the job, Darlene. Mine as well. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, I'm telling you.
Going to do it.
Yeah.
I've got an endorsement from Chris Massey and Tina Ruthier.
Oh, my God.
Patty O'Neill. Going to do it. Final question.
We're going to need lots of those cranberry and fireball shots.
Final
Tina,
question of the morning.
If this asshat's running for anything.
I want to ask you this. Do you, and I'm going to make this the Facebook question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you dress up your dog for Halloween? Do they join you for trick-or-treating? Americans have spent so far on Halloween. I just was reading this last night. So far, Americans have spent $2.5 billion on Halloween this year alone.
Well, you do. I posted this morning, Times Argus. You can enter your dog or cat
in the
or
costume
any
contest.
pet, bird, anybody, but your pet in the costume contest.
Yeah. Bird? Really? Any pet?
Any pet.
All right.
Bird, snake, rat, whatever you want.
We're going to post this up in just a little bit. The FBQ, the Facebook question of the day. Do you dress up your dog for Halloween? Do they join you for trick-or-treating? We're going to give you an opportunity to take some pictures and post some pictures in the comments on this. We'd love to see this.
Mm-hmm.
1 year, we had Buddy dressed up as a spider, and he was running around the house. That didn't go over well with Sherilyn at all.
I'm sure not.
Not at all.
She doesn't really care for spiders.
But there's been some really creative costumes out there.
Have you ever dressed up as your pet?
No, but that's a great idea.
You could do like a lookout, a lookalike.
God,
you know,
that's a fantastic idea.
dress as your pet.
God, never thought of that.
Maybe you could go as Oliver, since you guys are buddies.
So I have an idea for
Or you could go as whatever the bunny is called. Your favorite.
I have an idea for Oliver.
You do?
I do. Are you going to dress up your dogs?
I put up costume on him once, and it did not go over well. And I also thought I was being a great mom. Bought him a winter coat once. Oh, no.
Didn't go over well.
No.
So
He was very pissed off.
are you going to be dressing up the dogs?
No.
If I pay you money, will you dress up the dogs?
No.
Can I tell you what my idea is for Oliver?
Sure.
I want to make sure he's not within earshot of me because I don't want to piss him off. 'Cause he's not going to like this. You're not going to like it either.
All right.
You ready?
Sure.
A football.
What are you saying? He's a little pudgy? A little round?
Nope.
Oh, you could launch. Yeah.
They could kick him.
Yeah.
Make it halfway across the backyard.
And what would happen to your foot, JD? He'd chew it right off.